We're here at Halstead Downs, the location for the NACC Championship. I'm here with Greg Buchanan, as always. And so, Greg, let's talk a little bit, first of all, though, of the last races for the CPCA. They were down at Onion Lake, a very wet finish to the Onion Lake races. Tell me a little bit, especially about Dallas Dick capturing the day money, the Dash for Cash once again this year.
Well, yeah, and he also captured the day money on Sunday, so it's the second year in a row that Dallas won the Dash in Onion Lake. And there was challenges on Saturday, then there was even more challenges on Sunday as the rain came in and the wind came in, and the track was sticky, the track was heavy, and it was muddy. And it was interesting, if anybody watched the video online, you saw exactly what the four wagons were in the barrels. And as soon as they turned the barrels and got on the track, you couldn't tell any of the wagons apart. You couldn't see the tarp, you couldn't see anything, and it was four mud cakes just kind of running around the track. But Dallas Dick, good luck to him in the Calgary Stampede, and good way to go to it with a big Dash for Cash win. Todd
Baptiste, alongside Logan Gorse, will be going to the Calgary Stampede, as well as a few other CPCA drivers. Tell me a little bit about them and their challenges going to Stampede. Of course, though, they will be very good, as many of them have been there before.
Yeah, Logan's here at the North American Chuckwagon Championship, but guys like Preston Faithful is going there for the first time in his young career. You got Todd Baptiste off there, Danny Ringette also, and Dallas Dick. So you have some very competitive guys. Todd has been knocking on the door for Calgary Stampede Championship last number of years. Last year wasn't really his year at the Stampede. We'll see if it betters him for this year. Dallas is very confident. Danny Ringette's one that's coming on in the CPCA. Look for him to do good things. And Preston Faithful will be an eye-opening experience for Preston, something that he can energize himself for 10 days there.
And so, of course, there's a fewer CPCA drivers going to the Chuckwagons. Of course, lots of WPCA guys, but then there's a few WPCA guys coming here to the NACC Championship. What are they going to be experiencing, especially competing with so many CPCA guys, and also just, you know, being in a slightly different set of tracks that they're used to? Yeah,
one of the guys that really has stand out on his own here when he does come from the WPCA to here, because he has so many ties to Lloydminster, is Dustin Gorse, who won the North American Chuckwagon Championship last year, and look for more of the same for him. Another guy that returns home of sorts is former CPCA driver Roger Moore, 007, who's legendary in this area. He usually comes out on the track driving his wagon with a little dart in his mouth, and he throws it out just before he turns the barrel. So it's Roger's a character in the sport. And then you have the Dragger boys too, and Brad McMahon comes back in the fold here. Of course, a CPCA driver last year, trying his wares at the WPCA right now. And look for all those drivers to competing for a chance to win the North American Chuckwagon Championship when the 9 days are done.
And so there are some CPCA drivers that are definitely on the topper echelon. You mentioned the Gorse brothers. Logan will be, of course, from the CPCA. And then, of course, Lightning Luke Tournier, a previous Calgary Stampede Championship. Those CPCA drivers, who are those two that I mentioned, as well as some of those other drivers that are definitely going to be looking to win the NACC? Yeah,
like Luke Tournier's been doing this for 36 years, folks, and he has won everything there is to win. He hasn't won a North American Chuckwagon Championship, but if you look back to last year, him and Ray Crotto were in contention to be around for that semifinal, in contention to be around for that final, but the barrels went down for them, and that kind of dashed their hopes. But Luke Tournier, if you're looking for anybody to maybe potentially have a shot at winning it all, it's pretty hard to overlook a guy that's been done it at every level there is to do in chuckwagon racing.
And of course, the NACC will be taking place during the beginning and end of the Lloyd X Fair, as well as there's a bunch of other fun stuff that will be happening, including a golf tournament down at the Rolling Greens Fairways, and there's also going to be the Heritage Rides as well. Tell me a little bit about those fun things at the NACC Championship this year.
Well, it's 9 days of racing, but we have it broken up. We have 2 days off there next Monday and Tuesday with a horse therapy session, as well as on that one day it is a golf tournament. All money raised goes towards the Lloydminster United Way. So a great opportunity for wagon fans, great opportunity for the drivers to hit the course and raise money for a very good cause. And the Heritage Heat is unique. We have two retired drivers in Gary Gorse and also Rick Fraser. Rick made his fame in the WPCA and also the Calgary Stampede, so it should be fun for them. And you'll see two outriders in all the wagons here at the North American Chuckwagon Championship for all the heats, but for the Heritage Heat, it's a four outrider setup for those two drivers, so just like the old days. So that's the Heritage Heat.
Awesome, perfect. This is going to be some of the best chuckwagon races you're going to see all summer here in Lloydminster, so make sure you're down here at Halstead Downs during the North American Chuckwagon Championship.